Hey everyone, and we're back. I'm together today with Lynn LaMance. She is working very effectively to make change in our local neighborhood. So Lynn, thank you so much for being with me today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Can you tell me a little bit about your background? How did you start what you're doing currently in our area?
Basically, I had lived here in the Five Oaks neighborhood for several years and watched the vacancy around me kind of increase, and then also the blight that followed. And so I kind of looked around, for organizations or the city, individuals to kind of, combat that. And came to the realization, I could do a lot more myself. Instead of waiting for others, I could go out and take care of these issues.
Okay, and what did it start off with? Like, what was your first project that you worked on?
Probably just picking up loose trash in the area. It started out like that. And then getting to know other individuals and organizations in the area. They're people that go out and also clean up at vacant properties. Some of the neighborhood presidents would actually board up properties, pull tires together, call things in, and get things taken care of. So it kind of progressed from that.
So why is it so important to deal with neighborhood blight? Can you tell people that may not be familiar with what that is in a neighborhood, can you explain the impact that has?
I could just watch the properties around me. When a property first got vacant, it was just basically came from neglect. People would start, loitering around the properties. Then eventually the property would be opened, the trash would pile up, dumping would happen. And so I just basically took it upon myself to make sure the property was secured, pick up, try to find the owner of the property if I could, and just take care as much myself that I could.
What's your big goal and vision for this undertaking?
I would like to have more assistance from volunteers, because again, a lot of these streets, they're either so vacant, there are few citizens to come out on a cleanup. There are a lot of older people over here. There's a lot of, like on the first block of Marathon, there's, two people that live on that side. One is handicapped, and then the other woman has, 4 or 5 kids. It's very hard to say, well, the citizens should come out when there's so few citizens left, or they have, these issues. So I would like to actually get organizations, churches. I already work with some of the, the inmates through the Montgomery County Jail that come out and assist, but just anybody that would come out and like to volunteer with me at vacant properties or in the alleys. And then also, particularly if they have, like chainsaws and these other tools that would be, helpful to me. Because I do a lot myself, but actually getting bodies out there and tools is a necessity also.
Yeah.
For the things I can't do on my own. And also take donation. If you have plywood to board a property, if you have, saws, tools, pruners, nails, garbage bags, if you want to donate in that way, that's what I would be looking for, basically.
Okay. And how can people get in touch with you if they're interested in hearing more about this or participating or either donating money or time or equipment?
Yes. Feel free to email me, a phone call, come out and join me here. Either way.
Okay, great. Okay. And last question, for anybody that may be watching this that maybe has an idea of their own that they are thinking about putting into place, or a cause that's near to their heart, but they don't know where to start, is there a piece of advice or a word of encouragement you could give them?
I would say, yes, if it's something you're very passionate about, to, research it, and if you have that initiative to, go ahead and do it. Because I looked around for a long time. I said, where is the city? Where is the neighborhood association? Where are all these entities? and they weren't necessarily focusing on the things I thought were important. And so I did. I just, I do what I feel, or what I see is important in the area. And so I would just go with, your passion or your initiative.
Great. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right. And I'll leave the information to contact Lynn on a link below. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.